by ousting federal troops from Front Royal at the northern end of the Shenandoah on May 23rd, 1862. May 23rd, 1862, he drew within 70 miles of Washington and prompted Lincoln to send McDowell's corps to the valley in response, thus denying McClellan reinforcements that would have given him an advantage of more than 2-1 over his opponents. As it was, McClellan's army still greatly outnumbered Johnston's. When Johnston learned that McDowell's corps was not moving towards Richmond, he decided to attack before the situation changed and his foe grew any stronger. McClellan, meanwhile, railed at Lincoln and his cabinet for being taken in by Jackson's grand diversion, protesting in one letter, "Heaven save a country governed by such counsels." Heaven save a country governed by such counsels. Chaos at Seven Pines. Jefferson Davis might have rested easier in Richmond had the city's fate been in the hands of another General Johnston, Albert Sidney Johnston of Texas, who died in battle at Shiloh in April, and like that fallen hero, Joseph Johnston of Virginia, never had the full confidence of his commander-in-chief. Some said that the two men had been at odds ever since they quarreled over a woman as cadets at West Point, but the more immediate problem was that Davis, chronically short of resources, longed for a commander here who could do more with less. Johnston's awareness of the enemy's strength reinforced his penchant for tactical withdrawals at which he excelled. Davis considered him overcautious and wanted him to attack before McClellan crossed the Chickahominy and matured his preparations for a siege of Richmond. Instead, Johnston waited until his opponent had pushed 2 of his 5 corps south across the river and set out to smash that exposed flank. It was a great opportunity, but his complex plan of attack called for Confederates to advance in several columns on separate paths. At odds with Davis, Johnston did not consult him or his military advisor, Robert E. Lee, who might have helped refine the plan. "You'll find lovely fighting all along the line," said Philip Kearny at Seven Pines. The Battle of Seven Pines continued the next day, June 1st, under Johnston's second-in-command, Major General Gustavus Smith. Unnerved by the responsibility, Smith spent an agonizing night before ordering the attack renewed. Longstreet and other officers doubted his resolve, held back forces to cut their losses, which are already appalling. The chaotic battle ended that afternoon with the Confederates having gained nothing for their sacrifice, more than 6,000 casualties compared to 5,000 for the Federals. On June 1st, Davis sacked Smith and trusted the defense of Richmond to Robert E. Lee, a commander perfectly suited by temperament to challenge McClellan. Here's men of the Battery C, 3rd U.S. Artillery. Regular Army units bolster McClellan's forces. So this is a Union Army. Now, I've seen some funky-ass Union fucking troops with their damn uniforms. They were more, I guess, they're more formal. And so their troops, they could have, there was like some French dress, like they had a fez. They had like hats or fez. All these have like baseball caps, those caps. I don't know what they call those baseball cap hats. But basically just a little cap, keep the sun out, and then I guess a little piece on top to stop a bullet from hitting you right there. I feel like you should have a helmet. I mean, football players have helmets, right? A little piece of metal right here. Nah, Ma. They didn't shoot me right in the forehead. They shot me on the side of the forehead, Ma. You lied to me. You said I didn't need a damn helmet. On June 2nd, Davis sacked Smith and entrusted the defense of Richmond to Robert E. Lee, a commander perfectly suited by temperament to challenge McClellan. McClellan welcomed the change in command. "I prefer Lee to Johnston," he wrote, surmising that Lee, whose plans for defending Western Virginia had misfired in 1861, was wanting in moral firmness when presented. Let's say, okay, that's enough, huh?